What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. My name is Chaos King True. This is my first episode of our monthly series that I'll be doing over one of my favorite gaming genres, the Melee Battle Royale genre. I'm starting these monthly news updates to help spread the word about these type of games, as I feel they're underrepresented in the gaming space and want to get more people learning about them and into them. Remember, if you guys like the content, make sure you like and subscribe. Comment below and let me know what you think about the videos, as well as hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the updates. Now that that's all out of the way, let's jump into the video. The first game we're going to go over today is Hunter Arena Legends. Hunter Arena Legends is a melee-focused battle royale made by the company Manico, with a buy-to-own model to play the game. And the success of the game since its release has been less than remarkable. With there being a whopping 2 people on Steam at one point, most of the players come from the PlayStation side of things, as the game is full crossplay between PC and PlayStation. Oddly, this game actually is a lot of fun once you're able to find a match, as the community is very much trying to come together to keep the game alive, and the gameplay is actually very enjoyable. The devs of this game have said that they plan on remaking the game into a game called Hunter Arena Legends Reborn, which honestly makes little to no sense to me, as they could truly just make the game free to play, just like every other battle royale on the Western market, with the exception to Naraka BladePoint. But we'll talk about that later in the video. And they could take the time to improve the game instead of wasting money and resources making another game that is probably going to be pay to own, just like this one, if they haven't learned, and end up in the grave just like their older game. Like they say, the meaning of insanity is to do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. But yeah. Honestly, I would recommend this game if it was free to play. However, with having the price tag and having a dying community, I don't really see this game getting a lot of love unless a huge change takes place, such as them making it free to play. And if you really like the game, I always tell people give it a try. You may like it, but do understand that this game will be going away at some point in the future and being replaced by another iteration of it, which is supposedly going to be more revamped and better, hopefully. Or hopefully they'll come to their senses and just make this game free to play and improve what they already have. But hey, you never know. On to the next game. The next game on the list we're going to go over is one of the games I actually enjoy playing a lot of, DeathVerse Let It Die. DeathVerse Let It Die is a battle royale spin-off of the popular roguelike Souls game Let It Die, set several hundred years after the events of the original game. The game has received mixed reception since it came out, with some the Let It Die players thinking it was meant to be a continuation of the story, which is clearly not intended, so I'm not sure where they're getting that from. But it is catering to the battle royale genre and that type of player, which they are doing relatively well. Unfortunately, due to the low player counts since its release, they actually have recently announced on Twitter that this game will be going away in July. I can't remember the specific date right now, but I'll put it on the screen now. And they'll be trying to revamp the combat system. Some of that didn't make sense to me, as I'm fully aware that the PlayStation side of the community is really, what's the word I want to say? Active? Where the PC side of things, you may find 20 to 30 players online at any given time. I'm thinking they probably did not get the return they thought they would get, so they're going to put it back on the drawing board and kind of come back with what's new. Honestly, the game is very fun. However, a lot of people do have mixed feelings about it because it is a very slow battle royale, with most of your actions being very deliberate and you not having a lot of animation canceling like in most modern games and its major competitor, Naraka BladePoint, as well. But at this point, everyone's just kind of enjoying the game until it goes away, and hopefully it'll come back with something else a lot better than its current gameplay, which I would hope to see. The game is free to play right now, so if you do want to give it a try before it goes away, it won't cost you a penny. So I highly recommend giving this game a play, just to see if it's your playstyle, if you like it or not. Plus, everyone loves Queen Bee. I mean, look at her. She's awesome. The next game on our list is Ninjala. Ninjala is a Nintendo Switch exclusive melee battle royale that really reminds me of Splatoon, but instead of you walking around with a gun that shoots out paint, you're actually a bubblegum ninja. They very recently just had a crossover event with Demon Slayer, so if you ever wanted to play a bubblegum ninja version of Rengoku, you actually can. One of the biggest downfalls I've found so far with this game is that it is only on Switch, so if you don't have one, you don't get to play. And finding matches on the Western region has been a challenge, at least for me. Maybe someone has a different experience, and if you do, please leave it in the comments section below. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. Outside of that, it's another free-to-play title, so if you have a Switch and you want to give it a try, I would definitely recommend it. The concepts of the game are very fun and cool all at the same time. The combat from what I've played actually feels very skill ceiling based, so it's not something that's so easy where you'll get bored, but it's not so difficult where you'll lose your mind. So if you have a Switch and you want to give it a try, why not? Of course, like I said, if anybody has some more recommendations on this game, please let me know, because I did have a little bit of trouble finding matches for this game when I was looking it up. But hey, that's another one, another free-to-play game for you. The next game on this list is no other than RumbleVerse. Currently coming up on the end of their Season 2, ready to transition into Season 3, this game has made a complete turnaround in player base, servers, the whole works. With this game, it is more of a Fortnite aesthetic to it, with it being more of a party game where you can have a lot of fun with your friends, doing some of the silliest things as far as hitting somebody with a starfish, beating someone with a broom, or choke slamming someone from a skyscraper. Due to the mechanics of the game, it does have a very high skill ceiling when you get to the higher echelon of players, if you would, or the veterans, but it's definitely a game where you can jump in with your friends, have a blast, and then keep it moving, with it being free to play. This game is currently available on Epic, PlayStation, and Xbox, and you can cross-play with anyone from any platform that we mentioned. So I would definitely recommend giving this free-to-play title a try. And the next game we're going to go over is Naraka BladePoint. Naraka BladePoint is currently the most popular game on this list, with over 100,000 players on peak hours and numbers continuously growing, with them adding Xbox One to the list of platforms you can play the game on, like Epic and Steam as well, and both the Xbox S and Series X. I can only see this game getting larger as time goes on. They have some of the most impactful combat in the genre, a continuously improving esports scene, some of the best cosmetics that you'll see in the genre, with a customization system that rivals even top MMOs as a melee battle royale game. So yeah, it's safe to say the game is the king of this genre. Now, don't get me wrong, the game is not all sunshine and rainbows, as it is one of the few games listed here as a battle royale that has a box price, which is not the norm for battle royales, with players begging for the game to go free to play to help increase the player numbers even more in the West. Which would make a lot of sense, even more so since the game has a gacha system for certain cosmetics in the game. You would think they make enough money off of the wheels of that alone that they don't need a box price, but there has been nothing confirmed yet. Hopefully it will go free to play sometime in the future, but you know, a man can dream, right? And also too, just a caveat, they also has been a large request for South American servers as well, and the PlayStation release, so that way PlayStation can jump into the game as well. So, not everything's perfect, but it's definitely the best game currently right now that you can play if you like to get in this genre, with some of the combat just being unparalleled with any game, let alone the genre itself with its unchained movement and the ability to have a large amount of skill expression with the game. I would definitely say give Naraka a try if you ever get the chance to play in one of their free trials, which they have very frequently right before they put it on discount. And you can get the game on discount when they do their free trials as well, at least saving you a little bit of money until they come to their senses and make the game free to play. That way this game can explode the way everyone that plays this game, including me, wants it to. You can find Naraka BladePoint on all Xbox versions, including Xbox One, Xbox X, and Xbox S, as well as Epic, Steam, and they have their own launcher as well if you don't have any of those platforms and just want to download the game directly from their website. Now, moving on to the honorable mentions, which these are games that are hopefully coming out in 2023. The first game we're going to go over today is HypeSquad. Made by the company Netmarble, this game is their spin on the melee battle royale genre, having a variety of weapons from you to pick from, as far as katanas, shields and axes, fist weapons where you can play like a boxer, and even dual blades where you can be like a ninja. This game has not had any confirmed release date as of yet, with it having a few betas as well as some Asia tests that just passed where you could have picked up even some drops from Twitch if you would watch those drops. This is a game that I would definitely say would be a good game to play. I don't think it will be a competitor for Naraka BladePoint in its current version. I think it'll be one of those games where you can play it if you're not playing any of the other BRs. And with it being free to play, of course, it allows for the culture of the genre to continue to grow, since it doesn't have that box price gating it from players who, unfortunately, sometimes just may not be able to afford it. Currently, the only place you'll be able to play it on right now is Steam, and yet to be announced if you can play it on any other platforms at this time. And the final game that we will be covering today will be My Hero Ultra Rumble, being made by Bandai Namco. This game, of course, is a trios-based battle royale based in the universe of My Hero Academia, the acclaimed anime. This is one of the games I am most highly anticipating to come out and hopefully be a competitor for Naraka BladePoint, with it being made by Bandai Namco as well as being based off of My Hero Academia. As I do think the genre does need a few more games to give each other competition, so that way the genre can continue to grow through innovation and challenge. This game is actually going to be cross-platform across all platforms, which means you'll be able to buy it on Steam, play it on PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox, and even Nintendo Switch. This game does not have a confirmed release date as of yet. Of course, I will keep everyone posted once it does. But I definitely am going to be playing this one as it is free to play as well. Hopefully with it being free to play as well as all the other games coming out, some of the other games who haven't quite caught up to it yet, such as Naraka as well as Hunter Arena Legends, will learn that they just will need to make the game free to play as well, thus allowing the genre to flourish and become the beautiful butterfly that it's meant to be. But with that being said, that ends this video. Of course, if you guys like the content, make sure you like and subscribe. Click that notification bell so that way you can see all notifications. And be sure to check in with me on my stream. I stream at twitch.tv/ChaosKingTrue, where you can find me Monday through Friday from 6:30 a.m. Eastern, around about 9:30. And then we also do stream on Sunday afternoons starting at 2 p.m. With that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful day and keep slaying out there. Peace.